In this lecture, we're going to reload the comments if a new comment was submitted. Luckily, we've taken care of a lot of the groundwork already. We don't need to rewrite the code for retrieving the comments. We've outsourced the logic into a separate function. All we have to do now is call it. Back in the editor, scroll to the Add Comments function. Towards the very end, before we update the alert and clear the input, call the Get Comments function. That's all we need to do. Let's give things a test. Back on the browser, try submitting a comment. You will need to be logged in to do so. Once you're logged in, submit a comment. After the comment has been submitted, it appears below the list of comments. Excellent! We can move on to the final step, which is to sort the comments based on their date. We have a drop-down that allows us to toggle the comment sorting. By default, we want the comments to be sorted from latest to oldest. This is the perfect opportunity to use a computed property. We'll create a computed property where it'll return the comments sorted. Switch back to the editor. Under the map state function in the computed object, define a computed property called sorted comments. The sorted comments computed property will return the comments array sorted. We can sort the array by using the sort function. Inside the property, return the this.comments.sort function. We'll get an error by ESLint. If we were to hover over the line, it would tell us that there's an unexpected side effect. It's very vague, but there's a good reason for this error. The sort array function will change the array it's being called on. Computed properties may use data properties, but they shouldn't change them, at least directly. This is why we're getting an error. Data properties must not be changed in the function for a computed property. This is a problem because we need to call the sort method to sort the array. There's a simple trick to circumvent this dilemma. Before calling the sort method, we'll call the slice method. The slice method returns a brand new array based on the old array. You can use it to extract specific items in the array. It's important we make a distinction between the slice and sort methods. The slice method will return a new array, whereas the sort method will directly affect the array it's called on. This is why ESLint isn't throwing an error anymore. We're creating a copy of the original array and sorting through it. We can proceed to sort through the array. The sort function does exactly what it sounds like it does. It'll sort through an array. We have the option of passing in a function to have more control over how items in the array are sorted. We'll want to do that since we want to sort the objects based on the date the comment was posted. Pass in an arrow function. The function will provide us with two parameters, which we'll call A and B. Both parameters are objects from the array where we can make a comparison between them. Before making the comparison, we first want to check if the ordering should be ascending or descending. Currently, we don't know because we aren't storing the sorting order. We'll create a data property for keeping track of the direction the comments should be sorted in. In the data object, we'll create a property called sort. Set it to 1. 1 will indicate that the order should be latest to oldest. 2 will be for oldest to latest. We'll use this property to help us determine which direction to sort in the computed property. Back in the sorted comments computed property, add a conditional statement that checks if the this.sort property is equal to 1. 1 represents a descending order, aka latest to oldest. Inside the conditional, return the following: new date b.date posted minus new date a.date posted. A couple of things I want to highlight. We're converting the date from a string to a date object. Storing a JavaScript date object in Firebase is not possible. The date had to be converted into a string for storage. Before making a proper comparison, we need to convert it back into a date object. We're doing this to both parameters. The sort function works by sorting the objects based on the value returned. If the value returned is positive, then A will come first in the array. If 0 is returned, then B and A will stay in their respective indexes. A positive value returned will tell JavaScript to put B first in the array. The calculation we're passing in will result in the objects being sorted from latest to oldest. That'll take care of ordering the comments by descending order. Let's handle the ascending order. We're going to do something similar to what we did in the first conditional block. I'll copy and paste the code below the conditional block. Swap the objects A and B. By flipping the calculation, this will result in the comments being sorted in ascending order, aka oldest to latest. We're finished. This calculation will result in a sorted array. Let's update the template above to use the sorted comments computed property instead of the comments data property. Search for the v-for directive we applied to the list item element. Update the expression to be comment in sorted comments. There's one last thing to do. The user won't be able to toggle the comments because the dropdown isn't tied to the sort data property. On the page, we have a dropdown for choosing the sorting method. By default, the sorting should be latest to oldest. Let's bind the dropdown to a data property to keep track of which sorting arrangement to use. Up in the template, search for the dropdown. There will be a select element with a comment above it that says sort comments. Apply the vModel directive to the select element. The value will be sort. After hooking up the dropdown, we can check out the final result in the browser. Save your changes and view the browser. The comments will be in descending order. Toggling the order will change the comments order. This dropdown will continue to work even if we submit a comment. Try submitting a comment while the sorting is in ascending order. The latest comment will appear at the very bottom because the order is from oldest to latest. We've successfully sorted the comments. I'll see you in the next one.